Hi, welcome back to Keep It Simple Cooking. Today we're going to be making a fluffy pancake recipe. Let's do it. For this recipe, you're going to want two separate bowls, one for your dry ingredients and one for your wet ingredients. This way you can make sure everything is mixed together perfectly. I like to start with my dry ingredients first. We're going to start by just mixing them all together in a smaller bowl. We're going to start with 1 cup of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to have 2 tablespoons of baking powder. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then mix up all those dry ingredients. So you want to do the dry ingredients separately so that you know it's all perfectly mixed. If you did it with the wet, there might be clumps. And just try to mix this up enough. Now you want to use a bigger bowl for the wet ingredients because we're going to actually combine the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients once we've got them mixed over here. So let's start with 1 cup of milk. 1 egg. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you can do 2 tablespoons of oil or butter. I like to use butter for the flavor. And if you're using butter, you need it to be in liquid form, but you don't want it to be hot. So make sure if you're gonna microwave it, that you do it in advance and give it time to cool off. Just mix this up. Once that's fully mixed, you can take your dry mix and put it in there. I like to do it slowly while I'm mixing it. Just make sure it's all getting good. Now here's the thing. You don't want to overmix your pancake mix. If you want them to stay fluffy, you can't overdo it. So it's even smart to forget the whisk. Just take a spoon. Make sure you're scraping all the edges. Okay? Because you don't want the balance to be mixed up. If you're leaving maybe some powder, some of the dry mix on the sides, it's gonna be messed up. So take it, you don't want to overmix, just remember. About this texture right here. It's okay if there's some clumps in there. Clumps help it keep fluffy. Not too many clumps though. Non-stick pans are better for cooking on something that's not going to be as high heat. So non-stick is perfect for pancakes. And you're going to want to set this to about low to medium heat. You don't want it too hot, but you don't want it too cold either. If it's too cold, it'll probably stick. So we've got our measuring cup and our batter over here. We've got our pan heating up on low heat. You can either use cooking spray or butter for your pan to keep the pancakes from sticking. I like to use butter for the flavor, but if you don't have butter or you want to be healthier, maybe just use a little spray of oil. So let's get that butter on here. You can tell the pan is a little bit hot right now. Just put it on there. Now these are going to be pretty big. Now this is optional, but if you wanted to, you could add chocolate chips, blueberries, whatever kind of toppings you like in your pancakes or on them. You could add them now. You want to do it before you flip it so it's actually inside of it. Now, it's going to be tempting to want to try to flip this pancake early, but you don't want to flip your pancakes early. If you do, it could stick, and a lot of the time the middle's going to break too if you flip it too early. So be patient. After about 1.5 to 2 minutes, you can be checking it. You'll know it's done when you start to see the bubbles. You'll see it's not totally cooked through the middle, but it's starting to bubble up here. You see these bubbles? When the bubbles are about that size right there, that's when you know it's ready. You can also just check the bottom, and this looks perfect, good to go. And you see it comes off the side a little bit, just scoop that in so it all stays together. And look at that color, that's perfect, that's what you're looking for. You should also be able to hear it. It's kind of like the crust of a steak, but a pancake. And if you're feeling like you really want to have dessert for breakfast, go ahead and take some syrup on there. There's already a good amount of sugar in there, but syrup always helps. Powdered sugar on top. Is a delicious pancake right there. Ooh, baby, that looks good. And that's how you make a delicious fluffy pancake, homemade, nice and simple. Until next time.